We are a hands-on network. It's an Anabaptist network of volunteers responding, rebuilding, and restoring homes throughout U.S. and Canada.
I'm Dale Lehman, member at Lindale Mennonite Church and a builder with Lehman Construction Group. Just on the bottom. I was asked by Sam Miller and Rodney Burkholder to coordinate the build of the wall panels for the MDS project in West Virginia. Here today we're pre-cutting the wall panels and all the door jacks and pieces like that to get them ready for next week when we do the assembly at Virginia Conference, where the general membership attendees can come out and help with the project. Oh, well, I'm glad to be able to help. I don't mind volunteering at all, and this was one way that I could contribute to the project, so I'm happy to do it.
What you see behind me is a representative of the tremendous energy and goodwill that happens with our volunteers, such as happening here today in building this house on the property here in the Shenandoah Valley at Lindale Mennonite Church. The Partnership Home Program, we call this, started soon after Katrina, when we had a number of people wanting to get involved and help respond and get people back home after Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans. And yet many people said, we can't go, we just can't get off. We said, fine, we'll bring the disaster to you. What do you mean? Well, it meant that you could bring and people could frame up and build a house on their church parking lot. A number of churches could come together, volunteers, and it's an excellent hands-on practical way for local people to get involved, such as what's happening here today for this family. So it's an incredible experience. We've even had a lady one time, 101 years old, that was out on her wheelchair hammering some nails. So we're grateful for the opportunity to partner with many churches in this Partnership Home Program. Mennonite Disaster Service is not the only person or organization responding to disasters. We partner with many other groups, such as the Methodists, the Presbyterians, the Seventh-day Adventists. In fact, we almost know each other on a first-name basis. There are 54 national agencies. So when we need additional chainsaws, we'll call the Baptist. When we need storage for warehousing on a disaster site, we'll call the Seventh-day Adventist. When we need case management to determine which house needs help the most, we'll call the Methodist, UMCOR. When we need volunteer additional help calling in, we'll call Presbyterian Disaster Assistance, and so on. Red Cross, Salvation Army, Samaritan's Purse. I could go on and on. We know each other on a first-name basis. So MDS does not do this alone. People often ask me as the executive director, Kevin, what keeps you up at night? Actually, very little. I appreciate the staff that we have. The board has done incredible. We have representatives from the Amish to Brethren in Christ to MB, all gamuts. The tent in Mennonite Disaster Service is pretty wide. I do not carry this weight alone on my shoulders. And so it's a beautiful thing as a volunteer network. In fact, I get to see the best coming out of these churches, the gifts, the strengths that is happening. In fact, Terry, I sleep pretty good at night, thanks be to God.